The Night Doorbell presenting The Devil Show.
This story's title is Haunted by Revenge. In the eerie moonlight of a desolate mansion, Sarah felt an icy presence. It wasn't long before whispers from the past filled her mind, and a vengeful spirit emerged, seeking retribution for a long-forgotten crime. As the ghostly figure drew closer, Sarah realized that the haunting was more than just a chilling tale. It was a relentless pursuit of revenge from beyond the grave. Terrified, Sarah stumbled back, her heart racing. The specter, cloaked in a tattered, blood-stained gown, bore a chilling visage. Its hollow eyes pierced through the darkness, and its bony fingers reached out, beckoning her closer. The mansion's once grand halls echoed with anguished moans, and the walls seemed to ooze with sorrow. Sarah knew that she had unwittingly stepped into a sinister realm where the past and present collided. She had heard stories of this mansion's dark history, but she never believed them until now. As Sarah cautiously moved through the decrepit corridors, the ghostly presence grew more relentless. It whispered haunting memories of betrayal, revenge, and tragedy. Each step she took seemed to resonate with the agony of the past. The chilling atmosphere weighed on her like a suffocating shroud, and she realized that the spirit's revenge was deeply rooted in a desire for justice. She needed to uncover the truth behind the mansion's dark history and appease the vengeful ghost if she ever hoped to escape its clutches. With trembling hands, Sarah began her investigation, delving into old records and diaries that had been hidden away for centuries. As she pieced together the events of the past, a shocking revelation emerged, one that connected her own family to the mansion's sinister past. Haunted by the relentless spirit and driven by a newfound sense of responsibility, Sarah resolved to right the wrongs of the past and put the vengeful ghost to rest. But as she ventured deeper into the mansion's secrets, she realized that the price of redemption might be higher than she could ever have imagined. In a desperate bid to uncover the final pieces of the mansion's dark history, Sarah discovered a hidden chamber deep within the bowels of the building. It was a place where the most heinous secrets had been locked away, and where the vengeful spirit drew its power. Inside the chamber, she found a diary that belonged to the mansion's former owner, a man consumed by greed and cruelty. The pages were filled with tales of betrayal, murder, and unspeakable acts. It was a chilling account of how the spirit had come to be and why it sought revenge. As she read through the diary, Sarah realized that the spirit's anger was justified. The former owner had committed terrible atrocities, and the ghost had been a victim of his cruelty. The spirit's relentless pursuit of revenge was its only way of seeking justice for the horrors it had endured. Sarah knew that she had to find a way to free the spirit from its torment, but the task was not as simple as it seemed. The spirit's anger was so deeply ingrained that it resisted any attempts at reconciliation. The mansion itself seemed to conspire against her, its walls shifting and closing in, trapping her in a nightmarish labyrinth of hidden passages and cursed chambers. The ghostly apparitions multiplied, and the air grew colder with each passing moment. With every step closer to the truth, the spirit's malevolent presence grew stronger, manifesting in terrifying ways. Sarah's courage was tested to the limit as she faced the full force of the ghost's wrath. As the confrontation reached its peak, Sarah's heart pounded like a drum in her chest. She knew that she held the key to the spirit's release within the diary's pages, but she needed to convince the vengeful ghost that she was on its side. With trembling hands, she began to speak softly, recounting the atrocities committed by the mansion's former owner. She acknowledged the spirit's pain and suffering, empathizing with its need for justice. Slowly, the ghost's malevolence waned, replaced by a flicker of curiosity. In a surreal moment, the mansion seemed to hold its breath as the spirit hesitated. The air itself felt heavy with anticipation. Sarah continued to speak, weaving a narrative of redemption and forgiveness, offering the spirit a chance to find peace by letting go of its thirst for revenge. The ghostly figure slowly began to transform, its once menacing presence softening. It drifted closer to Sarah, its eyes no longer filled with rage but with a profound sadness. It was as though the spirit, trapped in its torment for centuries, longed for release. With a final, sorrowful moan, the spirit dissipated into a swirling mist that vanished into the ether. The mansion itself seemed to sigh in relief, its dark energy dissipating like a storm passing over. Sarah stood alone in the chamber, surrounded by the echoes of the past. The mansion, once a place of terror, now felt strangely tranquil. The curse had been broken, and the vengeful spirit had found the redemption it sought. As dawn broke on the horizon, Sarah emerged from the mansion, forever changed by her harrowing experience. She had not only survived the haunting but had also helped a tortured soul find peace. The weight of the past had been lifted, and the mansion, once a place of nightmares, was now a symbol of closure and healing. Years passed, but the memory of Sarah's encounter with the vengeful spirit in the haunted mansion never faded. She became known as the woman who had faced the most terrifying of hauntings and emerged victorious. People came from far and wide to hear her story, hoping to glean some wisdom from her experience. Sarah, now wiser and more attuned to the world of the supernatural, dedicated her life to helping others plagued by malevolent spirits. She traveled to haunted locations, using her knowledge and newfound abilities to communicate with restless souls and guide them toward peace. Her journey was not without its challenges, as she encountered a wide array of spirits, each with its own unique story and grievances. Some were lost and confused, while others were consumed by anger or sorrow. Sarah's compassion and understanding allowed her to bring solace to these tormented souls, just as she had done for the vengeful spirit in the mansion. In her quest to help others, Sarah also forged connections with fellow paranormal investigators and researchers. Together, they delved into the mysteries of the afterlife, seeking to understand the complexities of the spirit world and offering hope to those who felt trapped between realms. Haunted by Revenge had not only changed Sarah's life but had also inspired a new generation of ghost hunters and seekers of the unknown. Her story served as a reminder that even in the darkest of circumstances, there could be a glimmer of redemption and a path to healing. Sarah's reputation as a paranormal expert grew, and she established a center dedicated to the study and resolution of supernatural phenomena. The center became a hub for individuals seeking answers to unexplained occurrences and a sanctuary for troubled spirits seeking release. In the heart of the center was a library filled with ancient tomes, journals, and research materials on the supernatural. Sarah had amassed a vast collection of knowledge, which she used to aid both the living and the dead. Her team of dedicated researchers worked tirelessly to uncover the secrets of the spirit world, aiming to bridge the gap between the realms of the living and the departed. The center offered workshops and seminars to teach others how to communicate with spirits, understand their needs, and facilitate their journey towards peace. It became a place of learning and enlightenment, where those with the gift of mediumship could refine their abilities and help others find closure. Sarah's own abilities continued to evolve, and she became a beacon of hope for those in despair. Families plagued by hauntings sought her guidance, and individuals touched by the supernatural reached out for her expertise. Her mission extended beyond the walls of her center, as she traveled to various haunted locations worldwide, bringing resolution and healing to troubled spirits and their haunted hosts. Over time, Sarah's work garnered international recognition, and her center became a place of pilgrimage for both believers and skeptics. Her legacy was not just about confronting the supernatural but also about understanding the human capacity for empathy and compassion, even in the face of the unknown. As Sarah's reputation continued to spread, she received a letter one gloomy afternoon. It was an invitation from a prestigious institute dedicated to the study of the paranormal, a place known for its groundbreaking research and the gathering of experts from around the world. With a sense of curiosity and a desire to collaborate with fellow scholars and investigators, Sarah accepted the invitation. Little did she know that this decision would lead her down a path filled with even greater mysteries and challenges. Upon her arrival at the institute, Sarah was greeted by a diverse group of experts, each possessing unique skills and knowledge in the field of the supernatural. They shared stories of their own encounters with the unexplained, and the air was charged with excitement and anticipation. The institute had recently acquired a vast, ancient library of occult and paranormal texts, rumored to hold the key to unlocking some of the world's most enigmatic mysteries. Sarah was given the privilege of access to this treasure trove of knowledge, and she immersed herself in its pages, uncovering forgotten rituals, lost spells, and cryptic symbols. As she delved deeper into the institute's research, Sarah's own abilities continued to evolve. She began to communicate with spirits on a level she had never imagined possible, forging connections with entities from various realms. These spirits shared their stories, revealing secrets of the supernatural world that had remained hidden for centuries. Sarah's collaborative efforts with her fellow researchers led to groundbreaking discoveries about the nature of spirits, their interactions with the living, and the cosmic forces that bound the two worlds together. Together, they developed new techniques for communicating with spirits and aiding them on their journey towards peace. The institute soon became a hub of innovation and enlightenment, attracting the attention of both the scientific community and the general public. Sarah's work transcended the boundaries of belief, blending science and spirituality in a quest to demystify the paranormal. But as Sarah delved deeper into the institute's research, she began to sense a growing darkness, a force that sought to disrupt the balance between the living and the dead. The stakes were higher than ever, and she realized that her newfound knowledge and abilities would be put to the ultimate test in a battle against an ancient and malevolent force. One fateful night, as Sarah and her fellow researchers delved into a particularly arcane and ancient text from the Institute's library, they unwittingly unleashed a malevolent entity of unparalleled darkness. The room filled with an oppressive chill, and the very air seemed to thicken with malevolence. The entity, which had lain dormant for centuries, now roared to life with a hunger for chaos and destruction. It manifested as an ever-shifting shadow, a formless mass of pure malevolence that defied comprehension. The Institute's once hallowed halls became a battleground between the forces of light and darkness. Sarah and her colleagues were faced with a relentless adversary that could manipulate reality itself. Their abilities were put to the test as they struggled to contain the entity and prevent it from wreaking havoc on the world. As the battle raged on, Sarah discovered that the key to defeating the entity lay in her deep connection to the spirit world. With the help of the spirits she had befriended and her newfound knowledge, she devised a plan to trap the malevolent entity in a realm beyond reach. With unwavering determination and the support of her fellow researchers, Sarah embarked on a perilous ritual that would require all her strength and resolve. The battle between light and darkness reached its climax as the ritual unfolded, and the very fabric of reality seemed to tremble. In a blinding flash of energy, the malevolent entity was sealed away, its dark influence banished to a realm where it could no longer harm the living. The Institute's halls returned to a state of tranquility, but Sarah and her colleagues knew that their work was far from over. The experience had changed them all, deepening their understanding of the supernatural and the profound responsibility that came with their knowledge. They continued their research, not as fearless adventurers, but as guardians of the delicate balance between the worlds of the living and the dead. In the aftermath of their battle against the malevolent entity, Sarah and her colleagues formed a tight-knit alliance, pooling their knowledge and resources to safeguard the fragile equilibrium between the realms. Together, they established an organization known as the Society of Paranormal Guardians. The Society's mission was clear: to protect the world from supernatural threats, to study the mysteries of the paranormal, and to ensure that the knowledge they possessed was used responsibly. They operated in the shadows, offering assistance to those plagued by unexplained phenomena while keeping the more sinister forces of the supernatural at bay. The Institute itself became the Society's headquarters, a bastion of knowledge and a fortress against the unknown. It was filled with artifacts, relics, and ancient texts gathered from around the world, all catalogued and protected to prevent any further accidental releases of malevolent entities. Sarah's leadership and expertise earned her the role of the Society's chief paranormal investigator. She continued her work of helping troubled spirits find peace, all while training a new generation of guardians who shared her dedication and sense of responsibility. As the years passed, the Society of Paranormal Guardians expanded its reach, establishing chapters in various countries, each led by individuals who had experienced the supernatural firsthand. Together, they formed a global network of protectors, ensuring that no corner of the world would fall prey to dark forces. However, the malevolent entity they had sealed away was not forgotten. It remained trapped in its otherworldly prison, biding its time and plotting its return. Sarah and her colleagues knew that they must remain vigilant, for the battle against darkness was ongoing, and the world would always need its protectors. As the years rolled on, the Society of Paranormal Guardians faced new and unprecedented challenges. The malevolent entity, trapped in its otherworldly prison, grew in power and cunning. It sought to manipulate those susceptible to its influence, using their fears and vulnerabilities as a gateway to the physical world. Sarah and her team encountered a series of cases that defied explanation. Supernatural occurrences became more frequent and malevolent, causing a ripple effect of fear and unrest. It was clear that the malevolent entity was orchestrating these events, testing the Guardians' resolve and their ability to protect the world. The Society's investigations led them to uncover a complex web of ancient curses, forgotten rituals, and occult artifacts, all connected to the malevolent entity's resurgence. Sarah realized that they were dealing with a force far older and more insidious than they had ever imagined. In a desperate race against time, Sarah and her team embarked on a globe-spanning quest to gather the knowledge and artifacts necessary to confront the entity once and for all. Their journey took them to remote temples, hidden archives, and the darkest corners of the supernatural world. Each step brought them closer to understanding the entity's weaknesses and the means to reseal it in its prison. They encountered allies among mystical orders and guardians from various cultures, all united in their determination to protect the world from the malevolent force. The final confrontation with the entity was a battle of epic proportions. It unleashed its full fury, manipulating the very fabric of reality to challenge the Guardians' resolve. But Sarah and her team, armed with the knowledge and strength they had acquired over the years, stood firm against the darkness. In a climactic ritual that tested their courage and unity, the Society of Paranormal Guardians sealed the malevolent entity once more, binding it in a prison of unbreakable enchantments. The world was safe, and the balance between the realms was restored. In the wake of their hard-won victory against the malevolent entity, the Society of Paranormal Guardians continued their mission with renewed determination. They knew that the battle against the supernatural was never truly over, and they remained vigilant, ready to face any new threats that might arise. The Society's reputation grew, and their expertise was sought after by governments, organizations, and individuals worldwide. They worked in secret, collaborating with experts in various fields to study and understand the intricacies of the supernatural. Together, they developed advanced tools and technologies to detect and combat paranormal phenomena. Sarah's leadership remained a guiding force for the Society, and she became a respected figure in the world of the paranormal. Her dedication to the cause and her unwavering commitment to protecting both the living and the dead earned her the admiration of her colleagues and the gratitude of those she helped. The society expanded its efforts to educate the public about the paranormal, dispelling myths and misconceptions while promoting a deeper understanding of the mysterious forces that existed beyond the realm of everyday life. They offered workshops, seminars, and online resources, empowering individuals to protect themselves from supernatural threats and fostering a sense of unity in the face of the unknown. As the years passed, Sarah and her colleagues knew that their work was far from finished. They remained guardians of the supernatural, vigilant and prepared to face any new challenges that might emerge. The legacy of Haunted by Revenge had become an enduring beacon of hope, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity in the face of the unexplained. With time, the Society of Paranormal Guardians became a global force for good, forging alliances with international organizations dedicated to the study and protection against supernatural threats. They operated from the shadows, their members known only to those who sought their help or shared their mission. Sarah, as the leader of the society, had become an icon in the world of the paranormal. Her name was synonymous with wisdom, courage, and unwavering commitment. Her life's journey had evolved from a single haunting to a lifelong mission to protect humanity from the unknown. Under her guidance, the society embarked on increasingly complex investigations, unraveled ancient mysteries, and encountered a vast array of supernatural entities. Each encounter added to their knowledge and their ability to safeguard both the living and the deceased. The world began to acknowledge the existence of paranormal threats, and governments turned to the society for guidance in dealing with these enigmatic forces. The society's research contributed to the development of new protocols, training programs for paranormal investigators, and a deeper understanding of the mystical realms that existed alongside our own. But even as they achieved success in their mission, Sarah and her colleagues remained humble and aware of the ever-present danger that lurked in the supernatural world. They knew that darkness could never truly be vanquished, only kept at bay by the dedication and sacrifice of those who stood against it. As Sarah looked back on her remarkable journey, from the haunted mansion that had started it all to the global network of protectors she had helped build, she knew that her legacy was secure. The story of Haunted by Revenge had become a testament to the indomitable human spirit and its capacity to confront the unknown with courage, compassion, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. As the years passed, Sarah's own abilities continued to evolve, allowing her to delve even deeper into the mysteries of the paranormal. She became a bridge between the living and the spirit world, able to communicate with the departed and offer guidance to those in need. One day, as she was conducting a routine investigation, Sarah encountered a unique case that would challenge her in ways she had never imagined. It involved a family plagued by a curse that had been passed down through generations. The curse was unlike anything she had encountered before, a dark and ancient force that threatened not only the family's well-being but also the very fabric of reality itself. Sarah delved into the history of the curse, tracing it back to a long-forgotten ritual that had been performed centuries ago. The more she uncovered, the more she realized that this curse was intricately tied to her own family's past, a secret that had been hidden for generations. Determined to break the curse and protect the family, Sarah embarked on a deeply personal journey into her own family's history, unearthing long-buried secrets and confronting the shadows of her ancestors. Along the way, she encountered spirits who held the key to unraveling the curse, each with their own stories and grievances. As she ventured deeper into her family's past, Sarah's abilities grew stronger, and she discovered that she was not alone in her quest. She was joined by the spirits of her ancestors, who guided and supported her as she faced the darkest aspects of her family's legacy. The battle against the curse was a grueling one, requiring all of Sarah's knowledge, courage, and determination. It tested her to the limits of her abilities and pushed her to confront the shadows that had haunted her family for generations. In a climactic showdown, Sarah confronted the malevolent force behind the curse, a malevolent entity that sought to perpetuate its reign of darkness. With the combined strength of her ancestors and her unwavering resolve, she managed to break the curse's hold and banish the entity once and for all. The family was free from the curse's grip, and Sarah had uncovered the long-buried secrets of her family's history. She realized that her journey had come full circle, from facing a vengeful spirit in a haunted mansion to confronting the deepest, most personal mysteries of her own lineage. The legacy of Haunted by Revenge had evolved once more, becoming a story of self-discovery, redemption, and the enduring power of family ties. Sarah's journey had not only protected others from the supernatural but had also brought healing and closure to her own family's troubled past. Sarah's continued dedication to her work and her own personal journey had transformed her into a legendary figure in the field of the paranormal. Her name was whispered with reverence among those who sought her help and guidance, and her tireless efforts had earned her the respect and admiration of colleagues around the world. Recognizing the need for a formal institution dedicated to the study and protection of the supernatural, Sarah made the decision to establish the Sarah Paranormal Institute. It would be a center of excellence, where researchers, investigators, and those with unique gifts could come together to explore the unexplained, share their knowledge, and collaborate on groundbreaking discoveries. The Institute's grand opening was a momentous occasion, attended by scholars, scientists, and enthusiasts from all corners of the globe. It was a place where the mysteries of the supernatural could be explored with rigor and discipline, where the boundaries between science and the unknown would be pushed ever further. Sarah's own abilities had continued to evolve, and she was now regarded as one of the foremost experts in her field. She taught classes and conducted research, all while remaining vigilant for new supernatural threats that required her attention. The Institute's research led to astonishing breakthroughs in the understanding of the supernatural. New methods for communicating with spirits were developed, allowing for more precise and meaningful interactions with the departed. Technological advancements helped bridge the gap between the realms, leading to discoveries that would change the way the world viewed the paranormal. One of the Institute's most significant achievements was the development of a device that could record the voices of spirits. This groundbreaking technology opened up new avenues for communication with the other side, providing comfort to those who sought to connect with their loved ones in the afterlife. Sarah's life's work had not only protected countless individuals from the supernatural but had also propelled the study of the paranormal into a new era of scientific rigor and exploration. The Sarah Paranormal Institute became a symbol of progress and enlightenment, a place where the mysteries of the unknown could be explored with dedication and respect. The Sarah Paranormal Institute quickly gained international recognition and became a hub of collaboration and discovery. Researchers from various disciplines flocked to the Institute to explore the boundaries between science and the supernatural, unlocking secrets that had remained hidden for centuries. Sarah's role as the Institute's founder and leader continued to evolve as she mentored a new generation of paranormal investigators and researchers. Her wisdom and experience guided those who sought to follow in her footsteps, instilling in them the importance of approaching the unknown with an open mind and rigorous methodology. One of the Institute's most significant contributions to the field was the development of a comprehensive database of supernatural phenomena and encounters. This vast repository of knowledge allowed researchers to analyze trends, patterns, and the evolution of paranormal activity over time. As the years passed, Sarah remained deeply connected to her roots in the paranormal world. She continued to communicate with spirits, offering solace to those who sought her assistance in reaching out to their departed loved ones. Her ability to bridge the gap between the living and the dead brought comfort and closure to countless families. However, the world of the paranormal was not without its challenges. New and powerful supernatural threats emerged, pushing the boundaries of what was known and understood. The Institute's researchers faced increasingly complex cases, and Sarah herself found her abilities pushed to their limits. In a climactic confrontation with a particularly malevolent entity, Sarah's unwavering determination and mastery of the paranormal arts were put to the ultimate test. It was a battle that would require all of her knowledge, courage, and the support of her dedicated team. As the battle raged on, the very fabric of reality seemed to tremble. The malevolent entity's power was immense, and it sought to break through the barriers that separated the realms. Sarah and her team stood firm, their collective strength and determination pushing back against the darkness. In a moment of intense focus and sacrifice, Sarah and her team managed to banish the malevolent entity once and for all, sealing it away in a realm beyond reach. The world was safe once more, but the toll on Sarah was profound. Her journey, which had begun with a haunting in a mansion, had now encompassed a lifetime of discovery, growth, and unparalleled challenges. As she looked back on her remarkable life, she knew that the quest for understanding the paranormal would always continue, and she remained committed to exploring the mysteries of the unknown with an unyielding spirit. In the wake of the climactic battle against the malevolent entity, the Sarah Paranormal Institute stood as a testament to human resilience and the relentless quest for understanding the supernatural. The world had become more aware of the existence of paranormal threats, and the Institute's work had ushered in a new era of research and collaboration. The Institute's global network expanded, with branches established in major cities around the world. This allowed researchers and investigators from diverse backgrounds to come together and share their expertise, ensuring that no corner of the globe was left unprotected from supernatural forces. Sarah's role as the Institute's leader had become one of mentorship and guidance, as she continued to nurture the next generation of paranormal scholars. Her insights into the supernatural world were sought after by governments, organizations, and individuals facing unexplained phenomena. One of the Institute's most groundbreaking achievements was the development of a device that allowed for two-way communication with spirits. This technological marvel revolutionized the field, enabling more profound and meaningful interactions with the departed. As the years passed, the Institute's research led to astonishing discoveries about the nature of the afterlife, the existence of parallel dimensions, and the interconnectedness of all life. The boundaries between science and the supernatural blurred, and humanity's understanding of reality expanded beyond measure. Yet, even as the Institute reached new heights in its exploration of the unknown, it remained vigilant for signs of supernatural threats. The battle against the darkness was ongoing, and the world depended on the vigilance and dedication of the paranormal researchers and investigators who had chosen this path. Sarah herself continued to communicate with spirits, offering her unique abilities to help those in need. Her work had touched countless lives, providing closure, comfort, and hope to those who sought to connect with the other side. In the twilight of her extraordinary life, Sarah knew that her legacy was secure. The story that had started with a haunting in a mansion had evolved into a grand narrative of discovery, bravery, and the enduring quest for knowledge in a world filled with mysteries and enigmas yet to be unraveled. The Sarah Paranormal Institute stood as a beacon of enlightenment, reminding humanity that there was always more to explore, more to understand, and more to protect. In a world where the paranormal and the unknown would forever be a part of the human experience, the Institute's work would continue, driven by an unyielding spirit and an insatiable thirst for the truth. With this story ends here. If you like the story, then like the video and subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to pass it so that you keep getting such interesting stories. Thank you.